In this video, I will show you how to make mayonnaise. I'm starting here with my egg yolks, little sprinkle of cayenne, adding the crucial ingredient of Dijon mustard, and now I'm beginning to whisk. Now, the important thing to note here is that this video is not sped up at all. This is me whisking in real time. And as you can see, I am whisking like a maniac. I'm just taking my whisk and making sure to first incorporate the egg yolks with the mustard. And then you noticed here just a tiny little drizzle of oil. You can see that I have my bowl secured over a pot. There is a towel between the pot and the bowl. There's also a towel underneath the pot. And so with my right hand, I am very vigorously whisking. I'm really slowly adding 1 drop of oil at a time. And you can see here my bowl is shaking, my pot is shaking, and I'm tired, so I'm stopping. Now, it's important to note that when you stop whisking, you also must stop adding oil, and that's completely fine. If you look in the bottom of the bowl, notice how the egg yolk is beginning to emulsify. It's becoming nice and thick. Anytime I'm tired, I stop. And so that thickened egg yolk actually kind of resembles mustard. You can see here it's getting thicker and thicker, and I'm still maintaining my speed of whisking. Anytime my arm gets tired, I stop. I'm making sure to re-secure the pot on the counter. I do switch arms. I begin whisking with different arms when I become tired. And so it's a bit hard to see here, but please notice that I continue whisking very vigorously. I have the oil kind of coming in a slow stream. Again, just a little bit at a time, but notice how thick that egg yolk mixture is becoming. Now, the great thing is once you establish the emulsification, meaning once you can see that nice thick egg yolk mixture, you can actually begin adding the oil a bit quicker. Okay, not quick though, quicker. So rather than a couple drops at a time, I can do a very gentle squeeze on the squeeze bottle. And so I'm still whisking like crazy. I begin squeezing the oil from the bottle just a bit faster. But notice I do not slow down whisking. Anytime I become tired, I take a break, and that's fine. Again, check out the texture of the egg yolks in the bottom of the bowl. We can see it's pretty thick, which is great. Now, the reason that we want to make sure that we do not unnecessarily whisk the egg yolk mixture while not adding oil is because what happens then is we can agitate the eggs. You can see how quickly I'm whisking. And so the faster I am whisking, particularly when I'm not adding oil, I risk warming up those eggs, agitating them, and really making them vulnerable to splitting, which is what we do not want to have happen here. Check out the texture of the egg yolks. It's getting nice and thick, and so I begin squeezing just a little bit harder on the squeeze bottle while maintaining my vigorous whisking. Okay, also notice how I am whisking. You'll notice I kind of go side to side. Okay, I'm pretty aggressive with it. Sometimes I kind of whisk in a circular motion, and so you really want to whisk as quickly as you can in any direction that you can, making sure to always incorporate the oil. We want to make sure not to continue squeezing oil on top of the egg yolk mixture if we haven't yet incorporated it. Now, at this point, we can see that the egg yolk mixture is pretty thick. I'm also getting pretty tired. And so what you will see is that I really begin sort of squeezing kind of fast here. I'm trying to get all that oil in, which is fine. Okay, the emulsification is nice and strong. I continue whisking very quickly, and so therefore I can add the oil a bit faster. Now, this entire video lasts about 5 minutes, and so it really should take you not a whole lot longer than that. If it's taking you 10 or so minutes to make mayonnaise, again, you're risking warming up those egg yolks. I have the last little bit of oil that I'm getting in here, whisking. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. All of that oil is about in, and so I'm going to whisk as quickly as I can. Now I'm going to add some of the lemon juice and vinegar, which I've just added together. Notice it lightens it a bit. Now, when I take a look at the texture, see how it almost looks a little bit like soft scrambled eggs? We're not quite there. Okay, so it loosened up a little bit since I added the acid, and so now I'm going to whisk like a maniac again and check out the way the texture changes. Keep in mind that this video is not sped up, so there's a lot of whisking happening here. Okay, but check out the texture. By me whisking so quickly here at the end, look what has happened. We have now achieved a cohesive mayonnaise that has come together, is not separated, and is nice and thick.